Hey guys, what's going on? FantasyTeamAdvisors.com bringing home the bacon NBA DFS video. It is Tuesday. We have a 5-game slate. It is January 5th, and we are back. I do want to thank everybody who has subscribed in the past, over the weekend, really kicked it off with the NFL. Dominated in Sunday's video. As you know, on these videos, if you're a subscriber and you want to win a free week of content, all you have to do is tell me what player is going to score the most amount of Draftkings fantasy points and how many will they score. If you get it correct, you win a free week. Also, if you like the video and are a subscriber and the video gets 30 likes, we put out a Fanduel and Draftkings GPP lineup in the comment section, and Sundays absolutely killed it. Cashed on both Fanduel and Draftkings. I think on Fanduel we had like 340 or 360, I can't remember at the moment. And DraftKings, I want to say, without looking, I don't have it in front of me, it was like 290, and it really weird, just different days, 260, 270 on DraftKings cashes, and they happen to cash on that. So we have a smaller slate right now than we did on Monday, but we've got some great plays what we're going to do. So yeah, if you guys would hit that like button and subscribe if you have not, but make sure if you want to get a free FanDuel and DraftKings GPP lineup in the comment section, video has to get 30 likes. I know you guys can do it, so just hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and make sure you go check out all of our social media at FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, and I'm going to talk about it at the end. So what we're going to do is the normal thing we do. So break down each position: point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, and center. We give you 3 top, 3 mid, and 3 value picks at each position. Now, these are not just the only picks that we like. These are just ones that we've pulled from our cheat sheet. The cheat sheet is part of FTA Plus, so if you want to get in on that, you can. I will link our Discord channel. Huge shout out to people. We've had, people have been in here. We've had the general. We've got just different channels. A couple of days ago, we had 4 people in here. Now we got 39 or 41. We had a couple more people join. So this is going to be part of the premium content as of 2/1. So if you guys get in it before February 1st, you are good. And we answer questions. If you have questions, definitely get it in there. So what we're going to do is go over this article, and then if you stick around, I found a new tool, a player correlation tool that we're going to talk about, and I'm going to shout out the website. It's a free website, and I found it, and it's been pretty cool. We used it on Monday night, and our lineups, the correlation actually worked. So we're going to look at that. A lot of people are here for the projections, so we'll show you these. Obviously, these can change. We do have DraftKings, FanDuel, and Yahoo projections. We're only going to go over the DraftKings one. Otherwise, this video could be an hour long, but we are going to go over this. Any questions, comment down below or email me, support@FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, and we will get going. So definitely stick around if you are interested in seeing player correlations and just another leg up on the competition when it comes to building your lineups. So looking at Vegas, 4 of the 5 games have Vegas lines right now. The last one, just one of them doesn't, and we'll go over that. So as you can see on the screen, the Jazz at Brooklyn open up with a 2.5-point favorite. Kind of watch this. Durant news came out that he has to quarantine for 7 days. So he will be quarantined for, I believe, a minimum of 4 games. So that obviously will give a boost to Kyrie as long as he's in there. It'll give a boost to other players. So that is something to look at. I'm not sure if the sites already had priced out Durant, so whoever's replacing him will be lower priced. So that is something we need to take advantage of. So the line could move. I definitely could see it kind of going, like a 1-point favorite there. But 231.5 over/under at the moment, second highest on the slate. Next up is the Lakers at the Grizzlies. The Lakers are a 9-point favorite with an over/under of 217.5. This is something to kind of pay attention to. If it gets any bigger than that, it could be a blowout. And you could be, if you're one that makes multiple lineups, kind of make the lineups with, LeBron and AD and stuff like that. But kind of look into the stats, the previous game logs. See what Lakers get run when there is a blowout. And kind of build a GPP lineup with that. Because if it in fact does go that way, you could see them resting their stars a little bit down the stretch if they're up big in the fourth. Third game on the slate, Minnesota Timberwolves at Denver Nuggets. This one's probably going to be a blowout. Timberwolves they're already injured. We know that. Karl Anthony Towns is out 4 weeks, something like that. I don't remember what it was at the moment. And the Nuggets, 12-point favorite, just opening favorite. Kind of watch the Vegas line. Over-under of 227 there. The Spurs at the Clippers, as of right now, does not have a total, does not have a favorite. So we're waiting for that news. That will be updated whenever that comes out. And then the final game, the Bulls at the Trailblazers. The Trailblazers are actually a 10-point favorite. So this kind of sucks because, I mean, we have a 5-game slate. This one has an over-under of 233.5 as well. So that is something to look at. But this has a nice 5 game. When it's 5 games, I absolutely love 5 games. But 3 of the 5, as of right now, or 3 of the 4 that we have numbers for, are potential blowouts. So this could be a weird night. This could be a high-scoring night as well. So moving to the point guard, you got at the top here, you got Damian Lillard for 54 DraftKings points. We got Kyrie for 40 fantasy points now. With Durant being out, I could see his usage going up. I could also see Irving's ownership go up. So while he's great in cash, you might want to get away from Irving in GPPs because his ownership probably be pretty high there. Jamal Murray here at 37 fantasy points. Mid-tier picks here, Mike Conley at 31, Ricky Rubio if he gets some more minutes here at 25, and Tyus Jones at 24. And then value picks here at point guard, you got Patty Mills at 22, DeAnthony Melton at 21, and Patrick Beverley at 18 fantasy points. Now, what makes them a value is they're usually under 5,000. Sometimes they're under 4,000, depending on what site you're on. The problem is when they're that low, they're not starters. So you're going to have an injury or a blowout for them to hopefully get more minutes than projected. And most of the time, you have 1 or 2 of those lower priced people in your cash lineup. And then, stagger stars and scrubs, even though they might not be scrubs, but that's another way to build your lineups to differentiate yourself a little bit from the crowd. Then move to the shooting guard, Zach LaVine. I love him in this game here. Could be a blowout, so he's going to have to put up some points at work. We've got him projected at 44 right now. He's easily capable going over 50. Easily. Next one up is D'Angelo Russell at 38 fantasy points and DeMar DeRozan at 37. Mid-tier here, Donovan Mitchell against Brooklyn at 34 fantasy points. Karis LeVert at 31. On the flip side, that LeVert might be another one that will benefit from Durant being out. So that is something to pay attention to. And then Dennis Schroeder at 30. I love Dennis Schroeder here, specifically if he does get the start. If it is a blowout, he's one that might play a little bit more if they do take out like Braun or AD. So that's something to watch. And then Lonnie Walker, we've got projected 22 fantasy points, Desmond Bane 21, and Gary Harris at 19. Then we look at the small forward. You got LeBron James here, 49 fantasy points. Hopefully he gets more than that because he'll be that cog in the machine to hopefully get them into the blowout situation. So hopefully he's able to pay off his price. Kawhi Leonard at 41 fantasy points across the board, and Will Barton at 31. So like I said, we have DraftKings, FanDuel, and Yahoo fantasy points. If you want to see the FanDuel and Yahoo, just click the link down below, and you can see all of the projections there. The more views this gets, the more I know you guys like these articles. Mid-tier here at small forward, Rudy Gay at 26 fantasy points, Kyle Anderson 24, Anthony Edwards 23, and value picks here, Joe Harris 19, Denzel Valentine at 18, and Garrett Temple at 17. Now Valentine and Temple will probably not run together, so off and on they're bench players. They are the ones that hopefully will get at least 20 minutes. Then power forward here, Anthony Davis at 42 fantasy points. Which I don't like for his price as of right now. He's pricing me out of using him, especially in a blowout. I think it really depends. It's either going to be Anthony Davis night or it's going to be LeBron night, and his prices might be a little too high. So I might fade him, get a little bit of ownership back somewhere else, and save some money and go somewhere else there. That's just my thought process. First thing looking at this slate. Obviously things can change throughout the day. News can come out, but early projections, I don't like him for the price. Paul Millsap here at 28 fantasy points, and Robert Covington also at 28. Mid-tier here, Thad Young at 24. Naz Reid, who's really come through for us, I think, every time we've used him this year. Got him at 23, and Kyle Kuzma at 23. And then value picks here, Jeff Green at 17. Juan Hernan Gomez and Markieff Morris both at 16 fantasy points. Then we move to the center position. Got Nikola Jokic at 57 fantasy points. I absolutely love him. That's why he's the picture of the article and the video. He's one of my top plays tonight, if not my top play. Yusuf Nurkic at 36 and Rudy Gobert at 36. I do like Gobert a little bit here with Durant being out. Takes a big man out of there. Depends on who they're going to be running for center, who might, guard Gobert, but he's in a fantastic spot if you don't want to pay up for Jokic. Value here, Serge Ibaka at 27 fantasy points, Wendell Carter at 26, and Montrezl Harrell at 25. And then value here, Enes Kanter 21, DeAndre Jordan 21, and Drew Eubanks 21 fantasy points as well. Now, DeAndre Jordan's going to split his time. We projected at 21 minutes. That could obviously change, but that is something to kind of think about. Jordan's not the Clippers Jordan, where he was going to get the minutes, he was going to get the fantasy points. So times have changed a little bit for him. He's more of a role player than a, what he or you may be used to. But yeah, so those are just some of the projections, guys. That is the article. If you would like to see more, click the link down below. Some people are only here for the projections, and some of you actually like listening and learning some new things. So if you were only here for the projections, that part is done. But I do want to show you this awesome tool that I found. It worked on Monday's slate. Monday's slate was a bigger slate, but and it was not a blowout factor. So that is something to pay attention to. I wouldn't say just use this one time and then base that off of just this, because all of the blowout potential in all of these games kind of sucks a little bit. But yeah, so the website here, let's get this reloaded. So it's got NBA tool and NFL. So NBA, it's got correlation. So player A does really well with player B when they're both in the lineup. So just kind of looking at the games, you got Utah, Brooklyn. So let's just look at Utah. They're on the road. So go Draftkings. So we'll go Utah on the road. And I won't put a game result. You can do win or loss. So I won't put a game result. It's a date range of it's this year through Monday's games. You can only include games in which the player started or not. But again, I don't really want to do that. So you can player comparison or filter. So update filters, player comparison, select. So you can look at this. So you can kind of see, if you are building your lineups out there, Donovan Mitchell and Jordan Clarkson work really well together. So let's go Donovan Mitchell here, and player 2 is Jordan Clarkson. And then there's the team correlation, and then there's the comparison. So you can see they do really well. I was trying to show hover, but it's not going to show anything. So if you just go to team correlations, I mean, this would look a little bit like what is going on, all these numbers. But obviously, your correlation is going to be 1. You would like plus or minus. Obviously, green is good, red is not good. So Donovan Mitchell and Jordan Clarkson are great. Jordan Clarkson and Rudy Gobert. Derek Favors, Joe Ingles. Donovan Mitchell, Royce O'Neal. I mean, there's 28 entries. So you can go all of them here, and you can see all the correlations. If you're a person that makes multiple lineups, you like to stack games, you could check this and build off of that with these two plays here. Then we can go to filters again. We can go Brooklyn and their home. I won't put, we could do, you could do a win because they're expected to win, but it could be anything. So let's not put a game result here. Let's just update filters. So Brooklyn correlation. You can kind of see these need to be updated just because we don't know who's going to get the minutes for Durant since he is out. You got Kurix and Timothy Luau, but those are at 1. So this is something to kind of wait for. It's not going to be perfect just because Durant being out, him being a pivotal role, it's not going to show exactly what we're looking at. Then we go to the Lakers. The Lakers are on the road. No results. We'll just go with that. Building out Marc Gasol and Talon Horton Tucker. Correlation is pretty good. Kuzma and Horton Tucker. Anthony Davis and LeBron James. But again, if it's a blowout, they're really high priced. I don't like Anthony Davis's fantasy projections on this slate. Pope is out for I don't know how many games. Montrezl Harrell's there. So you could look at Kuzma. There's Kuzma and Markieff Morris. It really depends on what games. And you don't have to use this. This is just a tool that is kind of neat to look at if you are one that likes visualization. Look at stats, look at numbers. Green means good, red means bad, anything like that. So then we can look at, like, flip side of this, Memphis. They're at home. Filter it. Who do we like? Brandon Clark, Kyle Anderson, Desmond Bane, Georgie Dang. Desmond Bane has been, like, pretty good when we've used him, and he's cheaper. Dylan Brooks and Jonas Valanciunas is there too. So this is just a small tool you guys could use. You don't have to. If you have questions about it, let me know. I did not make this tool. So it is fantasyevaluator.com. Go check that out. If you liked it, let me know. Pretty much what a correlation is, I guess I forgot to mention this at the top. It's pivotal to succeeding in DFS. Tool allows you to explore which players are most correlated with each other, which is what you need. So, I mean, in theory, you're stacking a game that has a high, like it's in football. You look at the over/under. Whoever has the high over/under, you're looking to stack in there. Now, with football, you do, like, let's say last Sunday you did Tom Brady and Antonio Brown, and you needed to run it back with who did good for the Falcons? Matt Ryan, and you would have probably stacked Ridley. So, I mean, you got to bring it back. So, looking at this, you can look at, with the article, you can see what teams have the highest over-under. Then see who's favored. Go here. Get some plays. Don't just base your lineups off of this. That don't do that. So yeah, just a little bit there. NBA tool here. Player usage, player props. Just depends. There might not be anything in the props right now. Well, there might be. Not that. Player usage. You could look at that. If you're not brand new to this, you can kind of see who gets the most usage versus true shooting. Usage leaderboard, Doncic. Yeah, so 5 games, 31 minutes. Usage rate, 36.7. Yeah, that's big. You can definitely check that out. So if you have questions, let me know. Again, it's fantasyevaluator.com. And our website is fantasyteamadvisors.com. So this has been the video and the article. If you would click the link down below, this article is there. That does help me out big time. If you guys are interested in the Discord, I will throw that link in the description. And at the end of this video, we did we did a video about scams or fake online gurus. That's kind of another thing we do on this channel. So go check that out. Go give it a watch. Go give it a like if you enjoyed it. And yeah. So that's what I've got for you guys. Good luck on Tuesday. Let me know how you did yesterday. Don't forget, like the video, be a subscriber. Tell me who's going to score the most amount of DraftKings fantasy points and how many are they going to score. If you get it closest without going over, you'll win a free week of content. And if you go to our Facebook page, you follow our Facebook, every 100 people that like it, we'll do a random number generator. One person every 100 people will win a lifetime subscription. On Twitter, once we hit 1,000 followers, someone will win a free year as well, and we'll continue that every 1,000 on Twitter as well. So that's what I've got, guys. Good luck today, and as always, bring on that bacon. Peace.